my kit for How to Kill a Kit with Style. I am way behind, and I think part of the problem is I wasn't being inspired by the kit that I put together. I was trying to pull from, let me move this out. So my kit's in here, but let me move this out of the way because I'm sure you can't see anything in it yet. But I was trying to pull, all right, with my kit before, I was pulling from my stash. And I put together a kit, but it wasn't working for me. So I'm changing my entire strategy, and I'm going to build a kit mostly based on my Vicki Boutin collections. And the reason why is because I always say it that I need to do more of the bright colors. And so I'm like, you know what? I have some Vicki Boutin. I need to just put a kit together. And so I use the bright colors, and it's still new product. So to start with, I have some paper pads that are Vicki Boutin because of course Joann's went out of business, which is so sad because they're always one that I like to visit for fun little scrapbook goodies. Of course, I have my scrapbook store now, but they still have good saying type thickers and everything, so I'm kind of sad about that. But with the sale, they had a bunch of some paper pads on sale, so I bought Vicki Boutin paper pads. And then you think about it, and I'm like, I haven't even used the Vicki Boutin collections I have, and now I've bought multiple Vicki Boutin paper pads. And so I put them in a kit so that I use them, I make myself use them, and they're still fairly new products, and there's no excuse. And I know that we switch kits every couple months, but like I said, I've been behind. Work's been crazy, and I'm just not one of those that likes to just slap pages together. The thing I like the most about scrapbooking is the creativity, and so I'm okay that I'll be 500 years old before all of my pictures get scrapbooked. That doesn't bother me as much. I don't think about they have to get done. And so when I'm just not feeling creative, it's hard for me to get in the mood, and with work and everything, it's been crazy. So this kit is going to get my mojo back, and I'm going to just keep it for the rest of the year because there's enough here. I feel like there's enough things to choose from that won't get me bored, and then maybe I can get through some of this impulse buying of Vicki Boutin paper pads because they were incredibly on sale at Joann's. So this is the first paper pad that I got at the Joann's sale, and this has some really pretty bright colors and things in here. And the thing that I am also okay with keeping this going until the end of the year is that I can use it for so many things. Like here's pencils for school, or there was like some travel things in my kit, or you can use this for any kind of occasion. And so that's why I think I will be fine using the same kit. There's this one, the Bold and Bright. Let's talk about how bold and bright this is. And I'm excited to get, like I say all the time, myself out of my vintage style, which I love. I love the darker colors, and I'm not saying that I'm not going to do that, but this is just going to force me to kind of play with some of these bright things because you guys do amazing things with bright papers and things, and I'm like, oh, and then I just gravitate towards these vintage darker colors, which is not a problem, but I want to try to mix it up. And so I have all these paper pads. This one I've actually had for a while. This one, I was recently in New York, DC, and so I'm like, that would be a fun paper to use for one of the big cities that we were just in. And so I look forward to that. So those are the paper pads that I have. So then I pulled in some collections that I have, and I keep my collections in, oh wait, I don't want to show you that one yet. I keep my collections that I get in these bags, and so I have my old paper stash I don't have in collections because I didn't used to scrapbook that way. And so I have that, and then with the new scrapbook store that's in my town, plus this whole, I started my YouTube channel and I started to get kind of more into the collections and all the ephemera. So now I have another part of my room where I keep the collections, and so they go into a bag. And so I pulled in all of my Vicki Boutin ones, and so this is the Discover and Create, and within these I have the ephemera bits, the puffy stickers, the plain stickers, the paper. I'm not going to pull everything out because I think this video would be forever long, but that's just to give you an idea. I even keep my scraps in there. And so I have the Discover and Create one, and then I also pulled in this one that I have a lot of, and this is the Sweet Rush. And so I have a bunch of that, and I have the chipboard stickers. There's a bunch of scraps in here because I've used this one a lot. And then the ephemera here. And so those are I think all the Vicki Boutin ones. And then I thought, well, let's just grab some of my other kind of bright ones that I haven't used. And so this one is a photo play. And I get my creative scrapbook kits, and so they send me kind of a mixture, but everything matches. So this one, I'm trying to see, it's a photo play one. Oh, Summer Vibes. And so then I have Fun in the Sun thickers, and it looks like this is a Pebbles ephemera. So this is kind of just a wild card, but again, I get my creative scrapbook, and they kind of put little kits together of things that match. And so I thought, you know what, I'm on this whole bright, cheerful Vicki Boutin vibe. Let's just throw in some other fun things that I have. This one is the Chamel Reasons to Smile. Same thing, stickers, ephemera bits, the paper, you know, so I can, and why not mix them up? And so I have that. And then this one I threw in here, guys. I got this at a Goodwill for $4. This is a basic gray. So excited. I love basic gray, and I threw this in here because I think it matches that first paper pad that I showed you of Vicki Boutin, where it's still bright, but they're kind of a little bit, I don't know, just like rusticy looking. So I threw this one in too because, like I said, I have all these travel photos, and so I threw this one in. And then I went through and just grabbed some other little like thickers that I have along the line of these bright colors. This one is Roll With It thickers, and then I have this one is Whimsical, this one is Girl Power, and of course, you know, these are also the Joann's going out of business. What am I gonna do without them? I have must buy everything on sale purchase are these. And so this one, Let's Dance, you know, just the same kind of bright things. I've had this Amy Tangerine forever, and I got it on clearance. That looks like a Hobby Lobby sticker. So I have that, and then I have these words in here. And so that's kind of my plan, is to take these and make a bunch of bright, cheerful layouts. And I'm going to use this for my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit. And I think this will help me get my mojo back and get all of the fun, bright, cheerful things going in my layouts. So yeah, stay tuned for all of the fun things that I'll make with these. And you can see I have a bunch to choose from, so it will definitely keep me busy for the rest of the year. So thanks everyone, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.